How's it going, y'all? And welcome to another episode of Tripletote Trailblazers. I'm here today with Dwayne P. He's the founder and owner of Paradigm Entertainment. Thanks, Dwayne, for meeting with me today.
Absolutely.
Before we get started to the official interview, I want to thank Dwayne myself because he has been instrumental in making the Tripletote a success. When you see Tripletote videos as far as the commercial we shot, that was all Dwayne's equipment, that was all Dwayne's help, his editing, his time, and everything. So I want to personally thank you for doing that for
man,
me.
brother. Anytime.
Yes.
It's easy when you got a product that I feel is valuable, very needed, and it's easy to believe in. So yeah.
Let me tell you, people have called me specifically and said, I saw your commercial, and because of the commercial, I want to do X, or I want to do Y for opportunity. So I definitely appreciate it. It's really literally generated business for me, so I definitely appreciate it.
It's great. It's
now,
good to know.
Your company is called Paradigm Entertainment.
Yeah, it's about Paradigm Inc. We have several umbrellas under that. Yeah.
Nice. Now, explain to the audience, how did you get started with this? When did this start as a vision in your head?
Well, I started this as a concept going on 13 years now. I wrote it down. I committed it to memory, and I started working at it piece by piece ever since. It was a way for me to combine my community activism with my love for media production. I've been doing media production since I was 15, and I've been doing community activism originally in Brooklyn, New York, since I was 12.
Wow.
So community activism was sort of the family business,
Yeah.
and media production was something that I fell in love with. So it was a perfect way to sort of merge the two.
Okay, so when you say community activism, you're explaining to the crowd that you make it a purpose in your life to help people in your communities like the one you came from, the communities your business is in, because you're in the community.
Absolutely.
How do you combine helping people with a film production company?
Well, I've had a saying that I've been saying for like the last 20 some odd years that I want to help save the world, but I don't necessarily want to do it for free. I look at what some of the needs are for local nonprofits. Like they can't really afford like a PR firm. They don't have people even doing their social media. So reaching out to them, and one fold is reaching out to them and saying, hey, we'll provide a service as part of our community outreach, and we'll do it for free. So we cover events in the community. We'll do social media marketing on their behalf. We'll take pictures of events so that they can send it to local newspapers to really promote. But primarily I work with middle school and high school students to really facilitate a lot of those things.
Gotcha.
So like my main outreach in terms of giving back to the community is training the next generation of media producers so that they can go out and contribute to the communities that they live in, as well as earning a living wage. Especially with the communities that we deal in. There are a lot of people who, even when they are employed, they're underemployed.
That's right.
But they may have some very marketable skills that they don't even know can help get them over the hump, or really are in high demand that they can do from the comfort of their home, but they can be serving people around the world. So it's one of those things where if you have the skill set and you can basically start your own business, whether it's a for-profit business or whether you just want to help out your local church.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that the youth that we work with have those skills, but also on the advocacy side, we want to make sure that they can actually go out and they can let people know what's going on in their communities and how they how things that may go unnoticed need to be noticed by the people in power who can actually affect the change that needs to be happening.
Wow, that's excellent. So basically you're taking your services to nonprofits, churches, people who could not normally afford to pay a production company or a PR company, giving them a service for an inexpensive dose, and at the same time you're teaching the kids from that same community to be those producers, be those videographers on the set.
Yep.
So you're merging the community, making them come together even more just by exactly.
Absolutely. I figure, who has more disposable time than a teenager?
That's right.
College students, they don't have that much free time. You get into the workforce, you're not really going to be able to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to donate 20, 30 hours to do X, Y, and Z. You know, I mean, some people do it, some people can't, but, you know, you have a group of teenagers who want to learn photography. You say, okay, you know what, you're going to hone your skills by, you know, going to a local event. Like I was just at a meeting for an event that's going to take place downtown, and it's like, you know, and I went to find out how my youth can actually participate and help out. You know, and it may be something as simple as, you know, they take photos and they turn it over to City Hall, or, you know, there may be something a little bit more elaborate that we can sit down and sort of figure things out. And it's just really, you know, trying to figure out a way to offer services without basically giving them away.
That makes sense. It definitely makes sense. So it's like an internship.
Yeah.
It's an internship for people in the neighborhood, helping out other people
Absolutely.
in the neighborhood.
And what we try to do is we try to make sure that whatever we bring in from doing these events, that the students who participate get 25% of that themselves.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, in a normal year, we're starting the school year right now, but
Yep.
in a normal year when you have kids and you have your classes, let us know the list of classes or what your class schedule is looking like for the kids.
Well, right now we're actually looking to move from one central location to 3 locations throughout the city.
Gotcha.
We're offering music 2 days a week, music production 2 days a week, video production and multimedia production. So that would be video production with photography, and you know, like After Effects and, you know, some other composition software, editing software. We have those classes running 2 days a week, and then on Saturdays, something new. We're actually teaching coding through Lego robotics.
Wow.
We have a gentleman who's coming on board who is a lead developer for a gaming firm out of East Hartford, who wanted to do a program, but it was cost prohibitive. But we found a way to teach some of the basic elements by using robotics. So they may not be creating video games this year, but they're learning the basics of it, so that when we do move, you know, step into that game design, you know, stratosphere, they're able to, you know, really participate because they'll have that knowledge base. So now it becomes a matter of transitioning them from one skill set to another that, you know, that are very closely linked.
What's on the horizon for the future of the company?
Well, we have some very exciting things that are going on. Like I said, you know, we've partnered with Mike Harrison for music.
Yes.
We're partnering with Corey Pace for game design and coding, and we're really looking to figure out ways to gamify education. That's the big picture, that we're trying to figure out ways to take, you know, nuggets of information and make sure that they're as digestible as possible, so that our students can succeed in whatever they're looking forward in doing. We have a couple of youth initiatives, you know, the Safe Halloween initiative. There's a Safe Halloween event that takes place. We participate in that. There are a couple of film competitions that we've looked into. You know, we're looking to actually develop proprietary software and apps that we'll be able to use within the program, or even white label and license out. The idea is that, you know, we're trying to have our students dictate, or at least demonstrate, that there's a need before we actually move forward and pursue certain things. But, you know, we won 2 awards for a documentary that we did last year.
Wow.
And we're actually looking to rack up as many awards as we possibly can. So, you know, it's good PR. It's also good practice for our kids. You know, we're looking at, you know, maybe developing a web series or 2, definitely getting into podcasting, for sports journalism. We have a partnership with the Police Athletic League, PAL. So, you know, it's you know, we have a lot of things that we're going to do, but we know that the time it takes for us to be able to execute works as long as we stick to, you know, we'll do certain things on certain days, and other days we'll just move on. So, you know, we may work on the web series, you know, for like 3 months, and then we may have a lull because we can't shoot like the last part of it for a month. And in that month, what we've done is we've scheduled, you know, we'll focus more on music.
Gotcha.
We'll focus more on game design, so that, you know, everyone can work on what they want to work on, but the projects still get done because we've scheduled it out, which has been huge for us. Knowing who we're going to work with, you know, like 6 or 7 months in advance, and what the projects are 6 or 7 months in advance, you know, really allows us to schedule things, because at the end of the day, we want the kids to have fun.
That's right.
So, you know, they can come in, they can learn, they can do all this stuff, but when it comes to having some downtime, we want them to have downtime also.
And that's what I like about your program. Of course, when the kids are doing this stuff, they're learning. They're putting in hard work. They're putting in the hours. They're working on weekends sometimes to film different events that you guys are a part of. And what I like most is that you customize the experience to fit the real world. You don't have a set curriculum. You have a set, you know, formula and guidelines and time schedules, but you don't have a set curriculum. Depending on what that individual student needs, you can path them whichever way through your program.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with you open up all these individual resources, a kid can go here, then to this resource, or go to that resource. And I think that's what's great about it. Now, for any parents out there that are interested in learning more about your program, Paradigm, and what they have to offer, how can they get in touch with you?
The best way to get in touch with us is, we have a website. It's paradigmacademy.org. We're also on Facebook at Paradigm Academy New Britain. But, you know, you can also be reached at info.paradigmacademy@gmail.com. So
Gotcha.
email's the best way. But if you want to know more about us, you know, you can look us up on YouTube. Once again, Paradigm Academy. If you type in Paradigm Academy, you'll find us on YouTube, Facebook, you know, Google. You know, we've pretty much, you know.
And what cities are you working with? What cities are you working with?
Right now, we focus on New Britain. We used to be mobile, but we felt that if we wanted to have a better entrenched experience, we had to pick a city. Our business model is always community, university, school district.
Yes.
So, you know, those, you know, and we have all of that here. We have very cooperative relationship between CCSU, the school district, the mayor's office, and other local nonprofits. So, you know, we do have some students that come from as far, especially on Saturdays, as far as East Hartford.
Wow.
We have a young lady that we're working with now from Wallingford, and we're looking, you know, we're really looking to expand into different school systems once we've sort of properly laid the foundation and the groundwork in Britain.
Perfect. So again, guys, you see, here's another guy locally that set up an idea, had it in his heart, drew it out for years, then executed on it, and now he's helping kids, he's helping his community, he's helping the school district, and he's helping the college community, all at the same time. Again, Dwayne P., thank you for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Awesome.